in, everybody go there. There will be consequence for every single thing you say. And
of course.
internet never forgets.
Of course. Because if what we are going through, part of the tactics of the enemy in persecuting our leaders is the same word that this woman was using yesterday. In fact, she has been using that word all this while, calling another leader of Biafran nation a terrorist. When you know it's not true. So you are using the talking point of the enemies against, so that will not just, it won't just go down easily. No, you have to be able to account for it. What is the evidence? What is the proof? Can you, if you have to prove it. You can say anything, but to be calling our leaders, one of the leaders, because as it is now, you know, she is she is the caretaker taking care for now. So if you are accusing her of the same thing that two of our leaders have been accused of, and they are still in battling to come out, and so that really, I feel so bad about it. I won't lie you, I really feel bad that of everything you could say, what you chooses to use is the same weapon that the enemy is using. Unfounded accusation. Everybody know that Nnamdi Kanu, even today as we speak, many platforms, YouTube platforms in the zoo in Nigeria, that they are using Nnamdi Kanu now as a poster child for what is happening to them, because he earlier warned them that these things were coming, that the jihadists were coming, and they will come in full force. So people are, even now, there's one I saw from that young man, very dark man, you know, when he was putting out there, telling them that these people are coming to take out everybody for your land and your ancestral. So they are now, so obviously, but they're still holding him on baseless accusation. Same goes for our PM, and thank goodness that we are getting over that now. So, but for you to come up now, you who is a Biafran, and be accusing another of our leader of the same thing, no, that is really sad. That is really, really sad.
My brother, I'm not cutting you, but please let me just chip in this. You see, people like that, this woman, I call her the public property in France, the mad woman.
Yeah.
You see, I don't give her the oxygen to breathe. I don't give her. I was one of the person that always call on her platform. I call her most times, encourage her in those days. But once she deviated, I tried to call her back many times. She refused to yield. And I know that many did the same. She refused. At the time, she cut phone on me so many times, so I just dropped. I know that she have accepted to be the willing tool. So such a person, you don't give him the oxygen to move. What you do, like if you want to listen to her program or this, sometimes maybe if Choose Survivor is not bringing it up, Humble Lion is bringing it up, or Maz Kelenda is bringing it up, Ada Simon Epa is bringing it up, the analyst, Princess the analyst is bringing questions, or Princess the analyst, I forgot, is bringing it up. A lot of medias are bringing her programs up. So you just go there and listen, because she used to brag that when she on camera, she see this number of people, meaning that if I'm not there, you are not there, then she will pack her load. She will talk to herself and at the same time know that nobody is feeling her, then she will leave. So that is that. And the woman in court, just like you said, or just like Choose Survivor said, the courts in Biafra land will decide. We as individuals are not in position to decide whether they will come to Biafra or not. No, everybody will go to Biafra.
Exactly.
But if I have committed anything against this movement, against this freedom, against the nation Biafra, then the court will call me. Then I have to answer to that. If you tell to do this, to this penalty, to that penalty, I have to pay it, because law is law. So it is very painful. I don't mention that name that woman is calling to we, because she's not just calling our leader, the woman DPM. but she is calling it to everybody, including herself. I listen where she's
to every single Biafran, including herself.
Exactly. I listened to where she's saying that the ID card that our DPM is issuing is the name that she's calling. And I asked myself, this woman is holding this ID and she's mentioning this name to this ID that she's holding. And she's mentioning fraud as well. And I said, let her first judgment be from that ID that she's holding. What's the program that I said it? If you watch the program that I think Kelena TV or Humble Lion plays with, you will see where she's mentioning this name to the Biafra, to the ID that she's holding against the ID. So, you see, such individuals, such likes, not only her, there are likes of them. Like you see the one that the smart girl here and there everywhere, the one that looked like an imbecile. The other one too that is imbecile as well, who said is a seer that cannot see his foot. You understand? Many of them, even the one that plays, acts as if he's intelligent. Faceless Unite as well, a very cunning man. Look at all of them, and many of them. They are saying it directly, and some are saying it indirectly. Knowing that this thing is what they are using against us, against me and you, against that nation, that name, then you are saying it. And those who are using it against us, what reason are you giving to them? What power and authorities are you giving to them? What nation are you giving to them to condemn the uncondemnable? So, my brother, we don't give such oxygen. You listen to what Master Survivor played while I was listening to him from YouTube. What Mazin Nande kind of said to like of those people. So, I will you please continue. Don't be offended for the little interruption, okay? Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you. Every one of us should know that we are fighting to survive. That is what Mazi Samareko has been doing. That is what Mazi Nandekano was doing. And that is what we are doing today. And until we get out of the zoo, until we get out completely, we will not stop. The only way to secure our life is to walk out. Any day you wake up and you see that you are still in the zoo, you should know that you are still in danger. Nobody needs to preach to you. If you wake up, you still find out that you are still in that territory, that the Nigerian government is still occupying your land, you will know that your life is in danger. And I want to remind us of some of the process that brought us where we are. That was a message that Mazi Samareko played. When I tell that Mazi Samareko was fighting for what you are seeing today, this thing that is happening today that people are crying, that was what Mazi Samareko was fighting. Before we got to this stage, where he decided to teach his people self-defense and also ask them to defend themselves. The same thing people are asking others to do in Nigeria. The same thing the government of Nigeria is asking, the officials are asking their people to do. So because Biafrans ask their people to do the same thing, it becomes a crime. That is what Mazi Samareko was doing. Let us just watch this message that Mazi Samareko preached. A message he preached in those days. Let us listen to this message.
They're willing to cooperate because of that, because they know each other, because there's some tribal ties and engagements that allow them to work together, whereas in other parts of the world they have different a little bit different view, and so that tends to bring Islamic State and Al-Qaeda into conflict. Here they're able to overcome that, and that's what and work for a common purpose in their mind. I think long term, and we don't know when this will happen, but long term they want to establish themselves, they want to establish a caliphate, and they are willing, we know they have not only the desire, but the will to attack the United States.
Are you hearing that? This man, the general from the US, confirmed that with what is happening in Nigeria today, that they know that Boko Haram, Islamic State, Al-Qaeda, all of them have joined forces together in Nigeria to overrun Nigeria. And then after that they are going to attack the United States and the West. That is the reason why you see Nigeria a global threat and why it must be dissolved this year, 2023, for lasting peace. So now, when you dissolve Nigeria, what this general predicted that is going to happen many years ago, of course, is already happening. So when you dissolve Nigeria, you are actually saving the attack against America. When you dissolve Nigeria, you are actually saving attack against the West. When you dissolve Nigeria, you are also saving the life of African people. You are also saving the life of Biafrans. So you see, what we are fighting for is not the presidency of Nigeria. It's not to resource control. We are fighting for survival. We are fighting to safeguard our unborn children and unborn generation. This is what many people don't understand. That with what is going on today, we have gone over beyond those things of resource, being Nigeria better, because we are now fighting for survival. It is when you are alive, you can do something. So that is the reason why we are going to put our life online, to make sure that we do not validate Nigeria in Biafra territory this year. So I want you people to understand that with this analysis and what you are going to watch again, you will understand that Nigeria has become a global threat. And this is manifesting every day by day.
Once you just had now, is it not what is happening? This was the exposition that was made by Master Simon Ekpa far back ago. When the United States military said that all the terrorist groups are assembling in Nigeria, they want to make Nigeria the headquarters. In fact, they have all united and converged in Nigeria to use that place as a base to continue the attack. Are you not seeing it today? Is it not what is happening today? Master Simon Ekpa stepped up to stop it from happening. And they activated their global conspiracy, even though we are even protecting them. Disintegration of Nigeria is a protection to the West, a protection to the whole world. Because if you don't disagree, if these people get their hand on these resources they are chasing, if they get it, sorry for the whole world.
Mazi,
go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, Mazi, you know, that yesterday when I came in briefly, that was the point I was also emphasizing, that the urgency of time, you know, because as Nabo Keja Achuba Ewoji, you know, is a gathering momentum in Nigeria, but people are either ignoring it or they are trying to downplay it or whatever it is. But the time will come, if something is not done and done urgently, the time will come, then not only will you not be able to downplay it anymore, but it will consume a lot of people, because that Jihadist Watch organization, that is the area they are trying to, you know, bring out, made out for people to see what is going on. And Nigeria is a case in point, because that is where the whole gathering is taking place. That is, as they are being chased out, as they are being fought in the Sahel region, they move down into Nigeria, because it's all orchestrated, that is where they will settle them. And as we speak now, the same government that has been in cahoots with them, the Caliphate government, they run Nigeria. They own Nigeria. I keep saying it. Forget about Tinubu being there or whatever. They own Nigeria. They put him there. So now they are trying to strike their strategic move by creating a colony in each of the areas, you know. So it's happening live. But the good news is that we are Biafrans. The land belongs to us. We will decide what goes on in our land. In due time, we will decide who is in our land, what are you doing, and if it's okay for us, fine. If it's not, you have to leave. Because you can't come to my place and want to enslave me again in my place and take over my place and send me to IDP camp, and I will accept it. So they are doing what they are doing now, using the governors that they put there because they know the program was set up, and they handpicked, they cherry-picked all these governors who has agreed to do their bidding, and they put them there. You know, for me, as for Soludo, I've said it uncountable number of times. You know, he's not somebody that my soul welcomes at all. I have so much of this suspicion towards him. I don't even believe that he's a Biafran. I believe very strongly that this guy was given birth to by the Fulanis. And since he came in, you know, in Anambra, he has been paving a way. Everything he does is very tactical and very manipulative. They are very deliberate because he thinks he's very smart. He's smart. Everybody else is stupid, you know. Yeah, everything he does. When he start cracking down on Christians, the preachers, I knew it was calculated. I know he presented it in a different way, but deep down, he knows what he was doing. Because he will not crack down on the Fulani herdsmen that are in the bush. He will not go after them, but he was just paving a way. And when he goes and demolish the house of the company, this guy, the car manufacturer,
yeah, innocent.
Exactly. He went and demolished his house. It was also a very calculative move that he made. That is how his mind works. He believed that they are doing it in Lagos and Biafra, in Abuja to Biafrans, but he kind of counter it by doing what he did there so that people will see that it's not only happening because you are Biafran, or it's not only happening because you are in Abuja or in Lagos, that happens also even in Igbo land. He's very, very, okay. Everything he does, he just signals that agenda of the caliphate who has groomed him from when he was a young man. He's been groomed for a time like this. He's much more dangerous than people give him credit. I'm telling you the truth.
He is. I agree with you.
Soludo, when people look at the one of Imo State, those ones are predictable. Those ones can be easily fixed out. But Soludo is very tactful in the things he does, but unbelievably dangerous. So, but like I said, we have to keep pushing and continue to have the hope and belief, and to thank Chukwu government, because a time will come, things will be put right. Things will be put right. We cannot live with people who comes in to destroy, to massacre, you know. So people who they don't come with any good intention. They don't come to contribute. They don't come to do right. No, but to just go about massacring people, imposing themselves, their religion and their beliefs on people. You can't live with such people. They have to stay in their place. But they don't want to stay in their place because what they want is to get you and get your own place. So that is the situation. But we keep moving. We keep moving, bro. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother. Let's continue.
Establish caliphate, and they are willing. We know they have not the will to attack the United States in the West.
You said that they will establish a caliphate. Establish this caliphate that they know, the Americans know that what is going on in Nigeria, that they are willing to attack the United States and attack the West. And that's exactly what they are going to do. So by the time they lay their hand on our resources, by the time they are in control and in charge of our resources, they will be shipping and exporting terrorists to America and to Europe. And you'll be seeing terrorist attack everywhere. That is the idea. That is the plan.
Right,
and exactly what is going on today.
Yeah. Do you know that these this 12 days war, 11 or 12 days war that happened between America, Israel, and Iran in the Middle East, down there in Nigeria, in the northern part, the mullahs and the caliphate, they coordinated a very strong protest against America and Israel. And you ask yourself,
I saw their protest. I think
exactly.
I saw it.
And you ask yourself, what is their business about that? Because I try to like look around. I didn't know any other African country that I see such thing happening. I didn't see it in Ghana. I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Even Arab countries. How many of them?
Exactly.
Do they have any protest in Saudi Arabia? Do they have any protest in Turkey? Do they have any protest?
Yeah, exactly. So my point is, if there was any doubt that what this American military general was saying, which our peer was also interpreting, is playing out in real time. Is playing out now that they organized this protest and they continue and they were swearing and they were so meticulous in that protest. But is it only in Nigeria that you have Muslims? No, but because that is the concentrated place, and if people don't act, if the Western world, if America with this opportunity doesn't step in and deal with the problem when it's easy, because now it's easy to deal with. Yes. If they don't do the right thing, it will get to a point where it becomes very complex and very difficult to deal with. Then that is the octopus with many tentacles. You can't deal with it anymore. It becomes a problem that can consume not only the region, but it will affect the West too. Our PM emphasized very strongly on this, and it's happening now. It's gathering momentum, but it's not too late. They can step in, do the right thing. And what is the right thing? Let everybody go their way. They can stay in their own region there in the north, and all eyes will be on them, But if they allow them to capture the whole place with all the resources, both natural and human and everything, then it becomes a major problem. So that is why it's important that that point has to continue to be hammered home, that there is a brewing danger in Nigeria. The continuous existence of Nigeria portend to something very, very dangerous for the rest of the world. So that is it, my brother.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much.
My problem is that even when all this their military have all this information, their government have all this information, and still at this time they are still keeping quiet. So, what is exactly their own plan? Because what I don't understand is a situation where they have this information, and the many this information that America is playing now. Say this information our PM brought is about 3 years ago. That 3 years ago was when what do you call him? The old government in America was in power. What's his name? The Democrat was in power, and I believe this information came earlier before that Biden came. So when they had all this information, what had they been doing for those many years? Even when they predicted that Nigeria would end in 2030, what have America been doing? So that is the question. So I cannot take them serious with all their information. So, and we cannot be looking on their information. So this is our own responsibility to fight for what they fight to fight for ourselves. Because for them, the region is not important to them. What is important to them is anything that will not hurt them. That is what America and the West is all about. So they don't care what if you people are finishing, if you people are going to finish in one day in your land. That is not their problem. Their problem is as long as that threat is not will not get to them. So, but this threat now is in our doorsteps in Biafra land. Why our leaders, the so governors like this Soludo you talk about now? Why can Soludo be doing what he's doing? Why must these people be still welcoming the Fulanis? When Buhari was in power, Buhari told us that these Fulanis are not Nigerians, they came from foreign land. So why must somebody use my land and give a foreigner so that I will have peace? In which country, in any part of the world, can is doing this kind of thing, where a foreigner will come and it will become a threat to you, and they will say, for us to live, let us give them our land so that they will be doing their own business. Which part of the world are the Igbos who are everywhere be given a land free, or the government, when they come, they become a threat to that particular place, and the government says, for them not to be a threat to us, let us offer our land to them. So why must all these evil leaders accept those ranch or whatever they call them? So this is where we must stand. And all these things are happening because of all these evil distractors. They are distracting us within ourselves. When people say they want to fight for freedom and they come, so my prayer is let the PM come out so that there must be more things to do to refine the kind of people have to work with. Because when you look at the people who surrender all this fighting for freedom, you find out that none of them, if you just weigh them, what you will find is very terrible. I'm telling you. Because I cannot understand that something you fought against 6 months ago, and you take yourself apart from some group, and that is what you are trying not to fight. The same thing. You are trying not to tell the people that kind of thing cannot be. And these are the kind of people we are dealing with. And people are still putting their hand in their pocket and giving them money. So, Biafrans, I think there is many more jobs to do to let our people. I'm not talking about the government of Nigeria in Biafra land. I'm talking about the government of Biafra within ourselves. There is so much job to do on the media to teach and educate people the right thing to do. Because I can't understand how somebody can be doing such a thing. That Biafra, anybody can come and raise the account and start telling people put money. And the Biafra army and Biafra defense force are the excuse they are using to do all these people. Somebody will come and say, oh my God, our people are dying. We will contribute money. Why are the military and our Biafra army are keeping quiet and all these people is happening? Why they are using them to play the Biafrans? They use their name in the name of we are contributing money for our Biafra army and Biafra defense force to dupe the Biafrans. Somebody will be in a position of finance and they cannot clear air and tell the Biafrans what he's using their money to do and how that money is being spent. And when you ask, it becomes they will take you, they will crucify you. So it's time that the Biafra army will come out and speak and want those people to stop using their name in duping people. Now there's a new account. How many accounts will Biafrans be thinking about how to donate money? In other words, using this attitude to discourage people for contributing money and people for coming out. If any person who is reasonable, who have not joined this struggle or fight, will listen to this kind of thing, he will not come out to contribute one couple because he will not take us serious. So this is the area I think we'll be hammering now. This is the area we'll be hammering to let the Biafrans to know where they will channel their finances. And people should stop using the BLA and Biafra Defense Force to steal money from people. And when you ask them to come and give account, Biafrans should wake up and know the right thing to do. That is what the area I want us to be going more and more this time. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you for that wonderful line of thought. Let's continue to get this message that our Prime Minister preached. I am playing this message for people to know the genuinity of our Prime Minister, that this man has always been innocent. In as much as the Janjaweed took up whatever they want to then present to the Finnish authority. Finland, we are there when he was preaching these messages. These messages are still online, but nobody's paying attention to it. Instead, you are seeing the global conspiracy. They call him name. The same thing they did to Mazen Nandika. Some of you, when you see them call Mazen Nandika, oh, Mazen Nandika is doing it right. If he's doing it the way Mazen Nandika is doing it, this and this will not happen. When Mazen Nandika was doing it, they never wanted him. They kidnapped him. That good man, they contributed money and kidnapped him. When they felt they have succeeded in kidnapping him, now he become a good man. I want you to hear. This is one of the revelations made by our Prime Minister. It is happening today. Everywhere is on fire.
I want you all to listen to this man again.
I think long term, and we don't know when this will happen, but long term they want to.
He said long time, and that he don't know, that they don't know when this thing is going to happen. Today, I am telling America Intelligence Agency that thing they said they don't know when it is going to start happening has started happening now. He said here that he don't know when it will happen. He said they don't know when it will start to happen. So I am calling the attention that it is happening now. And that is why everybody must keep quiet. Why we make sure we dissolve Nigeria this year. You must keep quiet. Don't interfere. Since you cannot bring solution, don't interfere. We have the solution and we are going to solve our problem by ourselves. Nobody should interfere anywhere. If you bring arms to support Nigeria, we will fight you. Because I know by the time we start, many countries will come. It is the best interest of everybody is fighting for interest. So by the time we start this fight this year, which already started, we only want to make it public, you are going to come to us. If you like, go and supply Nigeria with weapons and let us see who is going to fight and use your weapon to fight against us. You are going to fight a war that you can never win. Because as I'm talking to you today, every indigenous people in Nigeria, everybody want out. The same thing you are scared of is the same thing the other tribe in Nigeria are scared of. So we are ready. But what we are saying is that do not interfere. If you interfere, we will fight you. We will fight you. It doesn't matter who you are. Whether you are America, we are going to make friends with your enemy and fight you back. It is going to happen. And I just pray that it doesn't go to that extent. So keep away. Keep yourself away. Since all of you, the America, Europe, everybody is quiet. Just remain silent and allow us to fight our fight and get our freedom this year. As simple as that. Whether we are going to kill ourselves is not your business. Because you have demonstrated not to be your business. You have demonstrated that the only thing that matters to you is our natural resources. So keep quiet. European Union must keep quiet. The United Nations must keep quiet. You know, when I speak like this, some idiots in Finland, so those who don't know their left and right, who cannot even stand me, they will be, hiding in their wardrobe and be writing nonsense. I said, we are going to play the audio of the meeting we had in Finland. So there is nothing like Igbo community. Igbos don't have community in Finland. What we have in Finland is Igbo Union in Helsinki, Igbo Union in Turku, Igbo Union in Vasa. There is nothing like Igbo community. And that is why all these Fulani propagandist media, like Vanguard News, will be writing rubbish. Somebody who is Kisology, nobody who knows Kisology, will put his name in a paper and they are writing it. It only ends on social media. On social media. The only thing they achieve is that I'm talking about it like this. They can't do nothing. These are non-entities. These are the people that I know. And they know my capacity. They know me. They know the capacities of Biafrans in Finland. They hide the other, the thing is that some people don't even know the people that they are calling Igbo community. People that don't have nothing. People that are worthless individuals. In the meeting, the other one was, we are going to post every picture of those who are in that meeting. We post all their pictures for Biafrans to see them. Because when we were in the meeting, it was supposed to be a secret meeting and would never arrive at any resolution. The meeting, when we arrived at meeting, everybody dropped their phone. Everybody dropped their phone. Nobody went to the meeting hall with phone. They were asking questions. I responded and addressed every single question they asked. And they were happy. Even the so-called Kisiloji, very sluggish and very stupid guy, all of them, I addressed their question. And then after that, him, the so-called Kisiloji, went and physically assaulted one of the Biafra elderly men, elder in that place, kicked his scrotum. These are the people that they will put their name on a paper and Vanguard will carry it. Because everything that is against Samonekpa, whether it's a dog, they are going to carry it. Whether it's a mbe, whether it's a tortoise, they are going to carry it. Whoever writes anything against Samonekpa, just write something. Just say you are writing against Samonekpa. Then you have made name. They are going to carry you on Vanguard. Vanguard is what they are. Sahara Reporter, everybody will carry it. Just, if you want your name to be on Nigerian newspaper, just write against Samonekpa, you are there. But you see, not everything will address. There are things that will address itself. First of all, there is no Igbo community in Finland. There is no address. There is nothing like Igbo community in Finland. What you have in Finland is Igbo Union. And the people that made Igbo Union in Finland was not where these whole people who wrote this nonsense, where they were not there. I was the chairman of Igbo Union for 4 years. All the ex-chairmen that was in that meeting, nobody was. Everybody, with the meeting, everybody left. And the next thing is that they were, because that was exactly the reason. First of all, they shared secular, and the secular was being shared in all Nigeria, all this Nigeria P2B WhatsApp group. These are the people who cannot make ordinary press release for the killing in Alibo. I want to tell you people one story. These people, Finland, you see, some years back, we bought wheelchair to send to Alibo. These are the people that are writing about Igbo. We bought wheelchair to send to Alibo. And after we bought wheelchair, they begin to argue which state we should send the wheelchair. Some people say Enugu. Some people say Ebonyi. Some people say Imo State. Some people say Anambra. Some people say, oh, there are some people in Abia State. They begin to drag where to send wheelchair that Igbo Union in Finland bought. Before that wheelchair was even launched, the man that is writing assigning as a chairman of Igbo Union today sabotaged it. He made sure that the Igbo Union chairman...
That one is in their blood.
At the end of the day, after 2 good years or 3 good years, the wheelchair was packed and they are looking for where to send the wheelchair to.
Imagine.
At the end of the day, the wheelchair was shipped to Nigeria. Now, share the wheelchair to the people who call themselves Igbo Union in Finland. Not share wheelchair. For many years, it was me, Simon Ekpa, that single-handedly bought the wheelchair from Igbo Union Finland. I bought the wheelchair. Before I bought those wheelchairs, all the wheelchairs were, all of them were just, they have been, rust. The rust is everywhere. I bought the wheelchair, all of them, I bought the wheelchair. And I sent it to Ebonyi State to be given to people that are handicapped. Igbo Union Finland could not send ordinary wheelchair. They could not decide where to send this wheelchair. I single-handedly bought it from them many years back. Today, these are the people that will come to write about Igbo. Have you ever heard anything about Finland, about Igbo Finland? It is because of this Biafra struggle that you are hearing Igbo Finland now. Do you know where Finland is? Do you know that there is something
Finland
like Finland
as a nation? Who
it is because of
about
this Biafra. These are people who are worthless, non-entities. People that can't talk when I'm talking. They will hide themselves and write sign signature. They say Igbo Union. Did you see logo? Have you not seen the thing they say a letter from Igbo community? Is that how Igbo community should be? It is just desperation. Desperate. Igbo community that doesn't have logo. Igbo community that doesn't have address. Igbo community that just writes in paper. Isn't that not an insult? There is nothing like Igbo community in Finland. Like I'm saying it now, it's in public. They could not, this Igbo Finland, Igbo Union in Finland, they could not, nothing. When I was the chairman, I was the one that saw the offer. When I was the chairman of Igbo Union in Finland, Finland recognized Igbo Union. We were inducted into Finland 100 years anniversary. I did it. Including finance. I got finance from Finland to support Igbo Union. How many of them have done it? So all this nonsense, people that are worthless, non-entity, they just carry name. We are Igbo Union, executive. The other one, they call Obi West, carrying paper, writing rubbish. So people that cannot stand where people are talking. But you know, when I will remember them is coming, not now. We are fighting for Biafra. Shebi Obi, is it not February? February. I will keep quiet and watch them. Let us finish this. Let us finish this fighting. We are going to fight. Nigeria is not going to conduct election in Biafra land. After that, we are going to count how the going forward is, how it's going to be. So disregard anything Igbo community. There is nothing like Igbo community. These are non-entities, people that have nothing to offer to the community that they claim they are the executive. They have nothing to offer. Not brain, not wisdom, nothing to offer.
Anything you do you don't spoil
not even new wheelchair, old wheelchair.
Never succeed.
You know, wheelchair. These people could not share to Ndibu. And I handedly bought it from them and shared to people in Ebonyi State. I did it, and I'm proud of that. And I will do it again tomorrow because they have nothing to offer. They will now write because Obi is contested. Some of them are from Anambra. Like the one Obi West that was writing rubbish that day. He's from Anambra. You know, when you make yourself the enemy, we will tell you that you are our enemy. And we are going to do that enmity very well. I am a Marquesa Rarala too. I know where to be punching some of them. Don't worry. So, I want you people to understand that the phase where this struggle is now is not a phase. You know, they think that we are, it is the, what we, you know, come and talk. You are just on social media, blog, and we are going to shock them. I want you people to understand what we are doing now is to save life, to save globe, to save the world, to save America, to save the West. Because if you allow Nigeria to stay the way it is today, it will become the worst thing to happen to this planet. And once they lay their hand on the resources in our land, Fulanize those, turn out into Islamic State, it becomes a problem to America and to the West. And we don't want that. It is not because we are fighting for America. We are not fighting for America. We are not fighting for the West. We are fighting for ourselves. But by extension, our action today will save the America. Our action today will save the West. Well, we are not fighting for the West. They can fight for themselves. And I want you people to understand this. I want you to listen and pay attention. Very, very attentively.
Objectives and a little bit different view. And so that tends to bring Islamic State and Al-Qaeda into conflict. Here, they're able to overcome and common purpose. I think long term, and we don't know when this will happen, but long term they want to establish themselves. They want to establish a caliphate. And they are willing. We know they have not only the desire, but the will to attack the United States and the West. And so if we're unable to disrupt them, if we're unable to disrupt their efforts, you give them that, you give them the opportunity to develop their external operations, to develop their capabilities, and then you combine that with what I believe they're trying to do is find a source of reliable income that they can establish that through either kidnap for ransom, what they're doing now. They can get access to the gold mines that are throughout.
Are you hearing that? That what the terrorists were doing is to find source of income. To find source of income. They can lay their hand on gold. They can do kidnapping for ransom like Gumi. The Gumi have been supporting them to be kidnapping for ransom so that they will sustain the war, including the one the government is giving them. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? That they want to go into this criminality, into this particular criminality by mining, like you know, in Sambisa forest, they say there is what we call Californium. Californium, 1 gram of it, it's $7 million. So you see how Boko Haram have sustained the war. Californium is in Sambisa forest. Have you not heard about it? So everything this man said here, he thought it is going to happen after 2023, after 2030. He was thinking that this is going to happen after 2030. So I am here this evening to inform them it is happening already. There is nothing like 2030. It is happening already, and we must not allow Nigeria to exist.